So I just wanted to give a quick look here at the new doors I got installed from MPDoors. They seem to be, I guess they do most of their business directly through Home Depot. And that is where I got these from. I got three doors. These are sliding patio doors, sliding glass doors. And I had Home Depot install them using one of their local installers. And they did a pretty good job. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I just wanted to give you a quick look at them in case you aren't able to maybe see them in person. I actually ordered these off their website without even seeing them first. So that was a little bit of a risk. But the big reason I went with this door specifically was for the blinds. The ability to have the integrated built-in blinds. And when I first started playing with them, I was a little worried because the blinds didn't seem to go down all the way. But after playing with it for a little while, I realized that you want to have the blinds completely horizontal when you are putting them down the whole way. Otherwise, they don't drop all the way to the bottom right. In other words, like, yeah, if you have them closed, either this way, either up or down, oftentimes what happens when you drop them all the way down, there, I don't know if you can see there at the bottom, you can see it doesn't close the whole way. They hang right near the end there without falling. But if you have them open completely as horizontal, I guess, as you can get them, like that, where you can see straight through them, now when you drop them, they drop all the way down, absolutely no problem. So that if anyone was having any problems, that is the answer. Especially, I think the manufacturer confirmed that for me as well, to do them that way. But I didn't want to have curtains again. I wanted a door that had the low E glass and that really gave me a lot of airtight seal without having to use like heavy curtains for privacy or anything. And this gave me exactly what I wanted. You can see these use like one of those I think it's neodymium magnets, those real strong magnets. So these controls here actually there's a magnet inside the glass that this reacts to. So you can pull these off. These do come off if you need to, either by accident or on purpose. And then they just magnetize right back to the little groove here that it runs along. So there's one magnet here raises and lowers it. And then the upper magnet here is what changes the angle of the blinds. So I'm very happy with how they work. As long as you use them as I stated, they seem to work perfectly. And this door has the faux wood on the inside, which gives you like a wood look. I mean, these are like a man-made material. They're not real wood. But they also basically are much sturdier, last forever type of thing compared to wood. They don't rot. You don't have to worry about water damage. And here's the lock mechanism that slides nicely. I'm happy with that, which is adjustable, but they slide pretty good. They seal real nice. You can hear they make, with all the extra padding here and stuff, this weatherproof stripping along the sides here, you can really hear it. They're louder when they glide and close and shut compared to my previous doors. Also, before I had I would guess what I would call a more traditional sliding glass door where the whole door was glass basically. Only the edges were wood. Where this is more of like a door that has glass in it, if that makes sense. Instead, so in other words, I did lose a little bit of of actual glass. I lost a little bit of glass space and have more door space instead. But there's still plenty. I was kind of a little bit worried that I might be losing less natural light, but this is fine. And they're definitely sturdier. I didn't think I'd be excited about getting new doors, but the difference is amazing. Just the amount of the way they seal so much better, and they're rated that They have that rating that's good for even if you live along the ocean, for salt damage and stuff. And then here's the outside. You can see they're just white on the outside, although you can paint them. And I did get the screen doors with, I got 3 screens with them too. These screens are a little different than the other one. Maybe they all come this way. You can see this has like a rubber gasket now to keep bugs from coming in, getting in on the sides there, which is nice. And I got 3 of these doors total. It was about $8,000 for all 3 doors, and that included the installation. And you can see these, all of them have the blinds. Both sides of the doors obviously have blinds on both sides, which are fully adjustable. It also has like a latch here. I think this lets you lock it in place if you need to. And the doors lift out easily. You can see the runners here, right? If you can just lift the door up and pick it right up out and remove the door from the guide. One thing I'd mention too, which I also mentioned this to the manufacturer, and I guess the reason I thought maybe it was just a design flaw. I mean, I guess it is kind of a design flaw, but the manufacturer told me that they couldn't get magnets powerful enough that are also thin enough for the door to open fully, just to let you know that ahead of time. Like, see where the magnet here is? If you open the door, it'll hit these magnets before you can open the whole way. See? So in other words, you can't open the door. You can see at the bottom there, there's the gap. You can't open the door entirely. So if that's a problem for you, it's something to consider. Because, I mean, look, you can see it's you know, what is that? 85% of the way open. But if you need that all the way, you can't do it with these doors. Now, since these are magnets, you can pull this off. Pull these magnets off and then the door will open the whole way. But if you pull the magnet off, the blind just drops because the magnet's not there to hold it in place. But the doors lift out so easily that if you did need the door open the whole way, you could just lift it out. I mean, it's heavy. You know, you might need a second person to help you even, but it is possible to just lift the whole door out. Now, another thing I was including with this video is this automatic dog door opener. Why, there it is. Couldn't find the stupid app. So I have the Wayzn. I've had this Wayzn for a while. I got it kickstarted, and so I've had mine for a while. I think you can put in orders now right from their site, but I think they're on like back order. So, but I've had mine for a while. I didn't install it because I was waiting on my doors to get fully installed. But I installed the Wayzn. It's designed to be installed easily by yourself. That you can see here how the unit fits one piece on the door here and one on the back, and this just lowers down. And this is all, you can screw these in, but they come with like a really strong adhesive. And it does work. The adhesive does seem to work. So I didn't use screws because I didn't want to ruin my nice new doors. These stink bugs everywhere. Slide the door back like so. Line it up here like this. And it fits right in the little groove there. Bam, there we go. And it's going to go ahead and close the door for me. So, did that close the whole way? Felt a little bit short. Maybe I need to recalibrate it. But you can see here in the Wayzn app, you can manually open the door by a push of a button. So you could let your animal out. If you're even away from home, you can access it remotely. They recommend, you could have like a webcam set up that you could access from work or something. And when your dog needs to go out, you just push the button, you can open the door for him. And it does close on its own after a certain amount of time, at least when it's motion operated. But like if I close here, you can see it struggles. It sounds like it's struggling a little bit to close the door, but it does work. These are heavy doors. My concern was, did I get a door so heavy that this unit can't handle it? But it does seem to work okay. And this has a motion detection. So you see, you can set up the size of your animal so it tries to take that into account as to whether it's going to open the door or not. And then you can set the detection area, like how close to the door do they have to get before it opens. And you know, so you can set small, medium, large, sensitivity, detection area. And yeah, it'll also, you can have it detect obstructions while closing. So if like an animal, if your pet like didn't come in the whole way on the door, it's supposed to stop before it hurts them. I haven't had any problem. Like, you know, most dogs or animals are going to jump out of the way anyway. So if I go back to home here, and you can, there's a home mode and an away mode. So you can configure its the way it works depending on if you're actually home or not. I haven't actually started using this too much because I'm waiting for the dog collars. They make a dog collar for it that has a little sensor on it. So that way when they want to go, when they walk up to it, it opens, but when they want to come in, it opens. Because as it is right now, the sensor only works on the inside. It'll open them to let them go out, but it doesn't open to let them come in. So that's what I'm really waiting. This, without the ability to automatically let them come in, it doesn't benefit me that much. Because I work from home, so I'm always here anyway. But I want them to have the ability to go out like at night. You know, they could come up to the door at night while I'm in bed, opens the door, they go out, do their business, and then when they come back, it opens, they come in and it closes, and I don't even have to do anything. But that, as of this video anyway, that dog collar option is not, it's still in the works. But I just wanted to give it a little quick, I didn't even know this had users. But you can add users to it, it looks like. I guess that, you know, if you want your wife or kids or something to be able to have their own user account, they can create one on here. There it is. You can say while you're home, open on motion, or away, open on motion, and then reset the calibration as well. So, I mean, I'd say I'm happy with this, but I haven't really had a chance to play with it that much because I don't have the dog collars yet. But I thought I'd give you a quick look at it and show you that, you know, it does work even with these big heavy doors. So if you were looking at these MP doors, you know, it does work. Here, I'll do an open then close and see how it does. I don't know how long the default time, oh, there it goes. It opens easy, it just sounds like it struggles a little bit to close, but there we go. Works pretty good. So there's just a quick look at these. Boy, I have some, you know, I noticed when they ship, I will say one thing too, when these came, two of the doors, the locks didn't work. One of the doors, they shipped them with the keys in the lock, so, and it looked like one of the doors must have got smashed with the key in it, and it damaged the lock internally. So the manufacturer sent me replacement locks, and I was able to replace those myself. Very simplistic mechanism in this. There's not much to it. You take the screws off here, pull the handle off, replace the tumbler, and then it worked. The other door, the third door, well, I should say the other door where the lock didn't work right, I took it apart and I found that there's like a metal plate in these doors, like for reinforcement, you know, like to stabilize and reinforce the door is like a steel plate. Well, it must have been during the manufacturing process, the steel plate came over into the hole they drilled for the lock. So with that steel plate sticking out, the lock wouldn't turn, the tumbler wouldn't turn because it kept hitting into that steel plate. So I actually had to take a Dremel tool and Dremel the metal plate down so the hole was fully open, you know, and the lock would move properly without it hitting into it. So, you know, even though I did have to pay for the installation, I did wind up having to do some of a little bit of the work myself. But, and you can see here, the lock, this one squeaks a little too. Maybe just a little WD-40 or something. But it works. You can see there's the locking mechanism's very simple. And here's the thing here. Close it like this, turn the lock, and there it is. So, and like I said, I might stain this. They used a standard, the installer used a standard, you know, piece of pine to cover up the installation basically. And maybe I'll stain these to give it, it looks a little bare feeling when I look at it with plain pine, or plain old pine wood. But overall, I'm happy with the doors. Do feel good. They feel high quality. They feel substantial and heavy. And boy, the doors I had previously, they were just chintzier, you know, and they were older and they were leaking. Here, when the weather got really cold, you could feel the air just basically pushing through that door. And with these, noticeably better. I mean, immediately. You know, I've had some really cold days since I've had these installed, and night and day better. So, so I just wanted to give you a quick look at them, show them if you haven't seen them in person, or not able to see them in person, and maybe they're the right one for you as well.